So Jane, obviously just over a year into your term as presidency, how have you found it so far?
It's been fantastic. I've really enjoyed getting to meet so many different people around Yorkshire, to see the diversity that's around the county, and to see just people who love cricket doing cricket, whether that's in Scarborough, or whether it's in Bradford or down in Sheffield, or even here in Leeds. You know, it's just fantastic to see the impact that cricket has for good around the county.
And you've been incredibly busy here, there and everywhere. Can you just touch on some of the different things that you've done and experienced over the last year, please?
Yeah, it's been an interesting year. I've done things from awards, so I've done lots of presenting of prizes, which I love. I mean, how great to celebrate people's success. But then I've been to the Islamic Relief Awards, where Yorkshire itself picked up an award for the amount of money they raised for the floods that happened. And then I've been to cricket clubs. I've done some coaching in the nets. I've been to lots of schools. I've done assemblies, and I've watched lots of cricket. So I've seen the men play county championship, T20. I've seen the women play T20 and 50 overs. And then I've seen the Yorkshire disability side, and what a great thing that was to see them win the county championship, and then to go down to Tring to see them play against a Lord's Taverners 11 as well, where they had to face Monty Panesar, amongst others. So it's been a real diverse arrangement throughout the year of lots and lots of engagements.
And can you tell us a little bit more about your pride at being president and the first ever women's president as well?
I mean, it's staggering to me that, you know, I sort of think, wow, I'm still the first ever female president of Yorkshire County Cricket Club, and the amount of pride I just can't put into words, really. I just know that my dad would have absolutely been the proudest man ever in the world. But, you know, to see the things that are going on, it gives me great pride. The fact that we fund all the talent pathway, that they don't have to pay for equipment, for coaching, or for membership, is just fantastic. You know, how great is that if you're talented, you're going to get opportunity to play on the pathway without it costing your family a great deal of money. But also just the number of people playing, the fact that we've got 304 women's and girls cricket teams is just blows my mind. I think there was about 6 when I played, so to suddenly see 304 is just fantastic. 436 girls went through assessment for the talent for the girls pathway this year, and also the fact that we got 2,300 girls on national programmes, and that's just the girls' side of it. The boys, you know, can quadruple that times with what they're doing, and but it's just a fantastic element of pride for me to see how well we look after the players, and the fact, I think there's something like 80% come from state schools that have come through the pathway, and that's got to be one of the best results in the country.
And just touching even more on women's and girls cricket, you obviously had a great career with England and with Yorkshire, and something you're incredibly proud of. But I know you've spoken about this before, but can you explain how great you see the way that the women and girls game is going now, and where that's developing and going to, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, the women's and girls game has just grown considerably, and the support it gets is the number one thing. When I look at Yorkshire and the fact that they've invested in full-time coaches in the girls' pathway, and that's been for the last 2 years now, you know, you've just got to see that the women's and girls game is being treated on an equal footing from the men's game, the boys' game as well. The fact that they get to play out on the middle of Headingley on a regular basis, and Scarborough was a great venue as well. They just get access to really top-class facilities, top-class coaching, and they get the support of the county club behind them. And it's just, the 100 is another one where they play here at Headingley, and the support that they're starting to get now from the general public is just increasing year on year. And it's just, I'm a little bit jealous, if I'm honest, about how much the girls get and how supported they are. Still a way to go, still a long way to go. You know, the salaries that the girls get are nowhere near as much as some of the men get, but it's definitely big steps in the right direction.
And looking ahead to later this month, Headingley will host its first ever women's IT20 when England take on Pakistan. Again, a great occasion for yourself and everyone here to be part of.
Yes, I think celebrating England women playing here, and we've invited some past players, and I think that will be so lovely to share that with the past players, because they won't believe the production, the event, the support that England women's team will get at this ground. You know, the men, it's been well known for a few years now that it's a successful ground for England men, and there's no reason why it can't be a successful ground for England women as well. But to be supporting it with past players, I think there's 282 people who in the past who've played for Yorkshire women, and I'm hoping that we'll have a fair number here to celebrate that occasion.
And just finally, looking further ahead into the future, how do you see things for Yorkshire cricket moving forward?
I think we've got a very bright future. You know, we've had a tough few years. I don't think it's any hidden secret. But you know, there's some great people work at this club. There's some great people who are 100% behind the club being successful. And I go back to the old adage that when Yorkshire's strong, England's strong. And as far as I'm concerned, it's like watch out world, because Yorkshire are coming back and we're going to be stronger than we were before, because we've taken all the blows, we've taken all the knocks, and we're still here. And not only are we still here, but we're going from strength to strength. We're supporting every cricketer, whatever race, whatever religion, whatever gender they are, and that this is the place to be playing your cricket, because you'll get more support from the county club than anywhere else in the country.